What's going on, everybody? Paul here, coming at you with another ICO review. Yesterday's ICO review of Ether went so well that I was inspired to make another one. This time for a product that, in my opinion, is less stellar upon more detailed examination. But before that, disclaimer, none of this is financial advice. This is all my opinion. I may or may not end up investing in this ICO. I'm just a guy on the internet, maybe a turtle in a top hat. Probably not, though. Go do your own research. You know what I'm saying. So, with that out of the way, let's take a look at the Jolyy ICO. As I mentioned, it's, in my opinion, less spectacular than Ether for a number of reasons that we'll get to upon further examination. But to start out, their value proposition. Jolyy proposes to cut down on what's called booking fees for beauty services in Europe specifically. Traditionally, beauty parlors, things like nail salons, massage parlors, they will require a booking service to manage the amount of clientele they have coming in. These booking services charge traditionally up to 20% on each client. That's a pretty hefty fee. Jolyy says that they're going to use blockchain technology to avoid things like overbooking or double booking and cut down this fee to as little as 1 to 2%, which is pretty spectacular. Sounds like a great value proposition in my opinion. It's a great market niche. Doesn't seem like a lot of people are currently using blockchain technology to revolutionize that space. Let's take a look further. Scrolling down, we see low commission, 1% commission instead of 20. Awesome. Instant payment, great. Mobile app, of course. Advertising, that's very necessary. A Jolyy store, that's really cool. They can assumingly sell beauty products off of that store directly. That's very nice. This is what caught my eye in particular though. Jolyy Live. Being a married man, I know all about Pinterest, and seeing a social media platform that is poised to revolutionize the beauty industry and understanding how women and individuals who are involved in the beauty scene in general interact with Pinterest, this is a lucrative potential opportunity for the Jolyy platform. So that really caught my eye. What kind of threw me off though is they're only asking $500,000 in USD to have this project launched. That's a pretty low amount for this market. I actually went ahead and opened up CoinMarketCap. That would put Jolyy around the 800th place. And a lot of these projects you see here have either been around for a while or are just getting started and have below $10,000 on average of daily volume. That's pretty low. So they're definitely not expecting to run out the gate and become a top 100 coin. So that could either be modest or it could just be underselling themselves. I'm not really sure, but I went ahead and looked further in. Token usage, I mentioned in the last video, I like to see token allocation on the front page so I know what I'm looking at. That's good, that's good. This is where it all started to fall apart for me in particular. The core team. Nothing wrong with these folks in general, they may be great folks, but this advertising and the way they laid this out led to a line of research that diminished and completely extinguished my personal faith in the project, and I'll explore why. So Julian Erdov, the CFO, this guy named Jolyy is the lead engineer. I went ahead and took Mr. Erdov's name into Google, and alright, here's his LinkedIn. Well, that's pretty easy to access. It would make sense for that to be linked here on their website, so why isn't it? It's kind of strange. I also noticed they're using the same photo. That's also a bit of a red flag for me. Photos aren't hard to do. Every smartphone has a camera nowadays, so taking a unique photo isn't too much to ask, and it really reassures people, hey, like I said in the last ICO video, I'm a real person, I'm here, and I'm doing things in this space. And a lack of unique photos seems to be a running theme with the Jolyy ICO. I mentioned they don't have a lot of touch points where you can communicate with the team, and down here I decided to check out their Twitter. Jumping over to their Twitter, I was kind of underwhelmed. Only 32 tweets, yet 1,000 followers and only 1 like. That's pretty interesting. And what really got me is around here. Yeah, on December 13th. You can see 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th, and it continues. Oh, and hey, there's the same photo that's used on the website. That's kind of interesting. The only other unique photo is all the way up here. And we can kind of confirm that this guy here, he looks like Ogni and Genev. Okay. Beyond that, we can see this guy. He kind of looks like Julian. It might be Petko. He might be someone else. Who knows? But that's the thing. This is the only other unique photo other than the photos that are provided on the website. I mean, even the LinkedIn has the same photos that are on the website. And not to mention, I went to check out these followers and noticed a strange concentration of cryptocurrency Twitters that don't have any description. Going to some of these revealed some unique things, but mostly retweets. This guy actually is tweeting out some stuff. That's pretty cool. This guy's tweeting the exact same stuff. That's kind of interesting. It's for some token airdrop. Oh, look at that. Same thing from this guy. Oh, I get what's going on here. These are robots. Okay. So yeah, we can now confirm that an indeterminate amount of people who follow robots that follow Jolyy ICO are indeed robots. And look at this concentration. No description, no description, no description. You know, a lot of these are confirmed robots, and who knows how many of these other followers are just paid shills or individuals who are just following because, hey, you know, they get a little bonus or something. So with that being said, it seems kind of shady, if I'm going to be forthright. Again, mentioning that this is a push system, as are most cryptocurrencies. If you send your money to something like this, there's a very low probability of you getting it back. That's always something I like to keep in mind. Of course, it never hurts to just take a look at the white paper. Wait, this is the white paper? Hang on. Let's look at this again together. White paper, top right, click. What is this, a white paper for ants? This is silly. I don't want to download a PDF from a website like this, so I'm just going to hit Control and scroll in and just awkwardly expand my screen to be really weird. 17 pages to start out. That's extremely underwhelming for a white paper. If you're trying to start what can grow into a multi-million-dollar business, a 17-page explanation as to how you're going to use a revolutionary technology to break into an existing industry, you should be able to produce a bit more about that. Especially because I did look at this beforehand. The last few pages are just budget allocation and introducing the team. So really this is only about 12 pages worth of unique information. Another strange thing, somewhere in here, I don't want to hunt it down, but I promise it's in here. Oh, there it is, a 2% commission. Why does it say 2% here, and it says just 1% right there in the background? It says 1% on their website. It's just little details like that actually can go a long way in determining whether or not something is legitimate, or maybe if something has a bit of nefarious action going on behind it. I can't make any definitive claims. I'm not levying any charges against Jolyy ICO. I'm just saying, these are behavioral characteristics that are very similar to ICO projects in the past that have been scams. That doesn't mean that Jolyy ICO is a scam, it just exhibits some of those characteristics. And if it's indeed not a scam, I beseech them to take some kind of action to mitigate those commonalities, because that's just not a good thing to have in common. So with that being said, this has been my review of Jolyy ICO. Let's go back to their giant homepage. Scroll back out, make that more reasonable. This has been my review of Jolyy ICO. Thanks so much for watching. Again, I really appreciate all of your support. Let me know what you thought of this kind of content down below in the comments, whether you like the reviews of ICOs that are a little less than stellar, or whether there's specific ICOs that you want to see reviewed. Thanks so much again for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and join the Discord. There's always great stuff going on. Talk to you guys next time.